Here, drink this. August 15th, 9:45 p.m. Inspired stratagem. Stratagem? Stratagem. Stratagem. Funny word. Sunset held the water bottle to Raspberry Barrel's lips while the naked girl drank. Something was very wrong, and right now her friend was as weak as a kitten. Sonny, you want to explain what's going on? Dacio asked. It's a long story, the flame-haired girl replied. Hey, apparently we have all the time in the world. Quite literally, since Fakrado von Asshole decided to turn reality into a nuke spell. The eldest triple drawled. Finally, Raspberry performed a weak gesture that might have been waving off, then looked to Sunset. You saw the Healy too! He's fine, Arya approached. Sitting on her shoulder was Heliodor, looking none the worse for wear. You have an interesting canary here, she said as he scratched under his beak, which made him puff up with joy. Strong little guy. Actually got up before you did. Raspberry gave her pet a warm smile, and on instinct he tried to land on her horn. Fell just before Sunset caught him. Wrong world, little guy, she told him. He turned in thanks. So, Ras, what are you doing here? Sunset asked. Raspberry leaned forward, grabbing Sunset in a panic. I'm glad I found you. Come on, we gotta get back. Wait, back what? Sanaa asked, looking at the mirror. T-Rex, he's... Oh, great. An evil Sitar Singh fangirl, just what we need, Arya groaned. Sonny, we need a maze, not a groupie. What? You know what, never mind. Wide-hued eyes grazed so hard and turned into turquoise. We're under attack! Equestria's under attack! She stumbled on Sunset car. T-Rex, he's been taking magic from everyone. He's taking mine. We have to stop him. She looked at Sunset, desperation in her eyes. We need you back! Raz, we have a problem here, Sunset explained. I just sent a letter to Twilight because we have a madman who set a Gordian spell on the whole goddamn universe. It's going to blow unless we stop him. She helped her friend to her feet. We have to stop him, or else there's not going to be a home for me to come back to. There's not going to be anything for me to come back to. Sighing looked at Burgundy. I need your help, Raz. I didn't ask for you, but I'm glad you're here. Raspberry turned away. I don't know if you will be. The other girl replied. He stole my power. I'm magicless, Sonny. It's all gone. Adachi looked at Sunset, then her friend, who Sonata would have gladly called palette swapped. Aside from the fact that she was naked, she had the same hairstyle as Sunset's, but in locks of cornflower and lilac. Her eyes were a deep burgundy, and her skin was roughly the same tone as Rainbow's, if maybe a tad lighter. If the teen had to take a guess, she would have said the girl was Arabic descent. But given that she clearly came through the mirror, probably not the case. But the biggest thing was her left eye. It was heavily mangled, and though it was healed over, the kind of damage must have happened to prevent her from walking normally. Arya, find the museum's offices and see about first aid kit. They should have a cane or something like this you can use. On it! Arya rushed off, heading towards the other end of the museum. Sonny, is there a way to tell it's at this time? Sanaa asked. Yeah, my cell phone should still be working. Why? We're gonna hit that place. We need to do the precise timing. And well, knowing what time it is usually does that. Sunset handed her friend the phone. Go ahead and sync yours and Dottie's. Then Ari's with you when she gets back. Now, if you excuse me, I got so Raz here to show choice of wearing clothes 24/7. It was at that point Raz suddenly realized, wait, why are you all human? Adasia face palm. We're a winner here, you pitier Sonny. Sunset, however, looked at her friend with sympathy. Raz, welcome to Earth. Sunset was about to say more when she heard a loud hum, sent her to ear-splitting whine. She turned just in time to see the mirror glowing sickly green before an uncanny ugly crack. Sunset pulled Raz away from the mirror. Get behind me! She shouted as she quickly threw up a shield. Seconds before the mirror detonated, sending billions of shards of glass swimming into Sunset's barrier. Followed by a second layer of intense dark magic, and an unnatural scream that after a second sounded like a neigh. Sunset lowered the shield as the glass fell back to the ground. Everyone okay? She asked. Adagio pulled the strange girl to her feet. Yeah, quick thinking, she told Sunset. What the fuck was that? Sanaa asked, pointing to the mirror. Now that the mirror was shattered, there was a demonic picture of a black alicorn staring at him, its eyes glowing red with flame. And even though it was nothing more than a painting hidden behind the mirror's glass, it looked eerily lifelike. into sunset, Sito was particularly glaring at her. What was the words that sat above the dark creature's head that said it all? At last, you've now unearthed the words, and my visage as well. Now you realize her trait's complete, and thus ends the spell. The gifts we sought will serve our needs. Your wife will be you. I hope she gives you joy. And now the time comes for the end. I give you words to claim. Though you will be a maid amongst men, Sun's son will bring you shame. Alicorns know of this world, and use it as a ghoul. There are worse things to come upon these lands. Sun's son will find a trail. A hidden altar he will make, then murder the fairy's son. If you allow this act to take, your world will be undone. Smart man, scholar learned art for you. A king futures away. But your blood will raise doom upon earth. But perhaps. Sunset looked at the remains in the mirror. He knew. She said angrily. The bastard knew! Who knew? This was a message for Cavalvanti, for the Black Unicorn. Sunset explained. Sabra! A second later, Arya showed up with the first aid kit, looking at the damage all around. She sighed. You guys always have fun when I'm not around, don't you? Elsewhere, the door clicked and it creaked open. The attentive in the room. The muzzle was raised, barking a single report as the bullet slammed into the concrete ceiling below. Hello? Hate to interrupt your pity patty. Anonymous female thugs surrounded by 400 women shouted, but maybe you want something to eat. A last meal before you all die. Four more sirens came in and dropped a bunch of steaming boxes on the ground. Then the octet left and slammed the door shut. Feeling more intact, Shiny forced himself to his feet. You girls stay back, he told him. Shiny dear, you're hurt, Velvet told him. Better my life than yours, he told him before he approached the boxes. They looked like pizza boxes, and at a quick check, they were pizza boxes. Unfortunately, they were from Mambo Italiano, probably the worst pizza place in all of Canterlot. A box of lukewarm salsa sat next to the boxes, and a roll of paper towels as well. Yeah, looks safe. That is, if you can stand eating Mambo Italiano. A buzz of stimulating gagging could be heard, especially by those of Italian blood. Luna shrugged. Hi. Anything's good when you're hungry or drunk out of your mind at 2 in the morning. Celestia sighed. Lou, this is not the time to mention that, especially in front of our students. Luna looked at her sister. Sis, I don't know if we're going to see tomorrow. At this point, I don't care what they know about me. She turned and looked at the girls. Did I ever tell you about the time I made out with another girl on the dare? Velvet sighed. Luna, not right now. I thought you were straight, Miss Luna, Twice asked. I am. But you know that song I kissed a girl? Luna! Celestia's shout rang through the room. Luna sighed. That's why you shouldn't drink too much or let someone take advantage of you, no matter how hot he is, Luna droned. Because he might make you do something you might think is fun, and you end up with another girl begging you to take them to bed because, Aunt Luna, I love you dearly, but please shut up. Kia's groaned. No, I want to hear this story, Rainbow said. Yes, by all means, let the walking grave pride flag hear the story, Randy muttered. Oh, shut the fuck up. Don't be such a pressing bitch. Ladies, Celestia said primly. No, and if we die and you don't listen, I will find a way to issue you all detention in heaven. Am I clear? The girls all nodded, and Celestia looked at Luna. If you're going to tell them that story, why don't you add the part where Jalapeno Sasa stalked you to the point you had to get the restraining order? Luna facepalmed. Don't remind me. Your sister is unique, Celeste told Celestia. You had a little too much, Velvet added. At this point, Shiny had moved the boxes to where everyone was sitting. Sorry, but this is as good as it's going to get. We'll just have to live with it. Seeing his father still prone, he asked, Mom, can you get data? I'm up, Knight said, turning and trying to sit up despite the bruises. Looks like they got you good, son, he told Shining. I'm more worried about you, Dad, Shining told him back. You're not getting any younger. That's what you think, he said with a laugh. Maybe a multiverse exists. I'm some kind of magical wizard or something. I'm pretty sure you would have gotten us out by now. Who knows? You went from the pain. I'm just waiting for the most dramatic moment. Then I appreciate if you stop waiting now all night, Celestia told him. Yeah, right, yeah. He told her, I'm just getting started. The teens wordlessly passed out pizza, and he broke into groups again. What's going to happen to Spike? Fluttershy asked nervously. It was already bad enough she had to suffer to tell. Poor Spike was only a little boy. I guess the same thing that's going to happen to the rest of us, Applejack said morosely. Fluttershy immediately wanted to go over and hug the pure young child, and only make it harder in the end, she knew. Come on, we meant to do worse. Pinky assured him. We always meet with through a flying cup. Just stop, Pinky, just stop. Twilight eyes glistened with tears. I got my sister killed, and now we're lying to my parents. Twilight, we don't know if Sunny's dead, TV told her. I'm worried about her too, but I have to believe she made it out okay. Now, ironically, you telling her to go away was what made Cersei safe. But I, for one, believe in her, Verity said. As long as I've known her, she's been capable of things that really surprise you. She certainly surprised us all many a time, Fascination insisted, with the other girls agreeing. You'll have to have faith in your sister, Twilight. I agree that fairy feats will be rewarded. Look, even I have some faith in something to pull off things like magic. Well, seriously, Rares, we're in over our heads, Applejack told her. Not even we could get out of the situation, Sugar Cube. I have faith. You don't look at Pinky. She don't look worried in the least. In fact, she looks more than a little odd to see the teenager so completely calm and composed. I know she'll come for us. For all of us. We're all tied together by destiny. And our future calls to us. Rainbow rolled her eyes. Did you get a little hit too hard, Pinky? You're starting to sound like that one-starter girl in class. Rainbow Dash, that's uncalled for, Fluttershy admonished. Especially now of all times. I'm afraid she has a point, Rainbow dear, Rarity said modestly. Besides, Perfect Palsy constantly falls asleep because she has narcolepsy, Napoleon. She has to take a cocktail of medicines, and that stirs her speech too. So everyone thinks she's taking illicit drugs. I think you'll her apology when we get onto this. If we can have this, Twilight said worriedly. Pinky looked at the rest of her friends in a morose state. They're the adults in their situation. Although, given what they've been through and facing soon, they were all adults now, the teen realized. Spike, fortunately, was asleep and spared the mind-numbing thoughts of what might come next. She then reached her pocket for her keys and opened her locket, gazing at a picture of her in Sunset. Amid just after she learned to forgive herself for wanting to commit suicide, before she realized what Sunset meant to her. When someone looked closely, there was something in Pinky's eyes back then. Suddenly she knew that her destiny would forever be entwined with the flame-haired girl. Come back to us, Sunny. We need you, Pinky said softly, bringing the picture to her lips and kissing Sunset's image. Come back to me. Meanwhile, back with said girl. Can you stand? Sunset asked her. Raspberry nodded. I think so. Am I trapped here? Until we get Platinum's mirrors fixed, yeah, I'm afraid so. A heart-sick look came over a fellow unicorn's face, and Sunset hugged her. At least you're not alone, Ras. I'm here. Raspberry returned a hug. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Sunny. Arya looked at the two. Look, we need to get going. So I suggest you do something about discount Godiva here, okay? Not even moving out here. I don't think it's wise to take her out like that. Yeah, and we gotta do something about this little guy, too. Sanaa replied, rubbing Gilly's on top of his head. I swear, he's the smartest canary I've ever met. Oh, he's not a canary, Sonny, Sunset explained. He's a phoenix. Dacia looked at the naked girl, then the small housebird that was apparently anything but, then back to her friend, who she knew was a unicorn. And here I thought my sisters and I were going to be the weirdest things here, she complimented in bemusement. What's the military term? Adapt and overcome? That's an Americanism, Arya pointed out. Usually for us Canucks, it's just the story, worry about later. We take care of one problem. Sunset cast a spell, then a flash of science surrounded Raspberry before it went away. Second layers, he was wearing one of Discord's t-shirts, jeans, and tennis shoes. Unfortunately, since Sunset probably didn't know Raspberry's bra size, this means that, in fact, Raspberry was not wearing a bra. Thank God. Then again, I don't think Sunset wears a bra either. on, Trix! Do you know how rare it is in this fig for me to enjoy the naked woman body? Leave me alone! You are so lonely. I know. I know. This feels weird, Sunny. Are you sure this is normal? Raspberry asked, picking at her clothing. Also, does this thing say Discord? Why would you have that lunatic's name on his shirt? Because here he's a rock star, not a chaos god. Sunset explained. Plus, he's Flashlight's father. Really? When Sunset nodded, Raspberry sighed. This place just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Please, we're up against a clock. Sanaa reminded him. A clock called the constant irritating of the universe, remember? Personally, you might have a backup emergency reality, Sunny, but the rest of us don't, and I like not being turned into scared porks because of everything we've got bullied. Okay, let's get going. You ready, Raz? Not really. I still get used to being called a human. Human, Arya corrected. So was everyone surprised that the new girl began walking on her legs and hands, balling up her face and hunching over at an odd angle. Sunset looked at the triplets. No, just don't. I already know what you three are going to say, and just now. She walked over to her fellow unicorn and said, Raz, humans are bipedal. Raspberry looked at her with a mix of embarrassment and surprise. Yeah, kinda forgot that. Let me try. So he stood up and jerkily took a step forward. Okay, this is so bad. However, it was the second step, moving her left leg as searing pain exploded in her nerves as he collapsed to the ground screaming. Sunset was there immediately. Sorry, I forgot about that. Your wounds carry over. You okay? No, I'm not okay, she sighed. I'm hurt in a strange spine. I don't have my magic anymore. I have no way to make it back home according to you, and I just might die here. What part of the okay is this? Raspberry looked at Sunset, and there were tears in her eyes. Right, she said softly. I don't know what to do anymore. Elidor flew down to cover his mistress, but was surprised he was caught mid-flight by Dacio's grasp. He glared at her and was about to blow a flame when she looked at the bird and said, Let me handle this. Elidor, surprised to be addressed, nodded and flew over to Sunset's shoulder. She then looked at Sunset. Sunny, let me deal with this, okay? Sir, Sunset replied, wondering what Dacio was going to do. Sunny, come with me, Sanaa said. We need to find a table for you to work on, because I have an idea that might get your friend walking. Intrigued, Sunset followed the pointy-haired tall girl to the room. They're gone, Arya said later. Adagio wordlessly nodded. Get the fuck to your feet! Adagio ordered. This ain't no pity party! Raspberry looked at the girl with her surprise, so Adagio grabbed her by the arm and literally pulled her to her feet. Let's get something straight, Adagio said, hissing at her. I get that you're one of Sunny's friends, and that she cares about you. I do. We care about her too, and I will not let her die just because you want to have a goddamn well is me session! The list of crybaby OCs and mistreatment of characters and stories where characters that I like that actually have a backbone find their backbones removed are countless, and this is exactly what I want to say to them. Take it, Adagio. Raspberry's look of surprise immediately turned to one of anger. I don't like your tone, and I don't like your attitude, Adagio retorted. I owe Sunny. She literally saved my life. I would be dead right now if it wasn't for her. And before that, she was one of my closest friends. Now her family and friends, my friends too, are all in the hands of a madman trying to destroy the universe. That's not some bullshit hyperbole. This is the real fucking deal. And I don't have time to carry some freaked out little girl because she can't get with the program. I get that you're afraid. I do. I was nearly killed a few hours ago, and I'm scared shitless. My care sisters watched me nearly die. And do you think they're in any better condition? We're not, Arya agreed. But Sunset seems to think you're some color of hot shit from her world. And right now, that's what we need. I get your world's under attack. And believe me, I sympathize wholeheartedly. But I'm not going to throw the ones I care about the most in this world to their deaths because you can't get your shit together. So either shake the fuck up or sit there and wait for the world to end, because I don't have the arrow to spare to put one through your skull. So what's it gonna be? You had better watch out when I get my powers back, Raspberry growled. Good. You can hate me all you want, so long as you get the job done. The two glared at one another. Take whatever time you need to compose yourself, but the moment you step out of this room, I want your game face on. Got that? Nothing more to say. Adachi went off search of Sanaa and Sunset. You guys are soldiers? Raspberry asked Arya. No, special operators, Arya explained. And we shouldn't exist in a perfect world, any more than Sunset should. But this isn't a perfect world. It's the only one we have. I hope you take that into consideration. Arya then walked down and followed her sister out of the room. A few seconds later, fighting through the pain and forcing herself to walk, so did Raspberry. She took step by painful step, though her body screamed with anger. She forced herself to move, roaring Sting repeatedly towards the door. First thing Raspberry heard when she stepped out of the room was a loud slap, followed by Sunset shouting, "That was uncalled for!" She went to see Adachi rubbing her face. Look, Sonny, I get you and she come from a world that shits rainbows, looks like a Lucky Charms cereal box exploded. But you've lived here on Earth for about 5 years now, right? And she's going to have to adjust being human as well. This isn't the background robot unicorn attack. This is real life, warts and all. Now we're at war. Still uncalled for. I'll apologize to her later, after we save the world. We're okay to sit around and have a beer, okay? Before you ask, yes, I've had to drink a part of missions, and I'll be glad to give that up. I don't even like beer. Now, Sunset insisted. Fine, Daisy replied, going over to Raspberry and offering her hand. Okay, I'm sorry. Dazio's response ended when Raspberry backhanded her across the face. Okay, I guess I deserve that a little, she admitted. She learns fast, Arya said to Sanaa. I think I like her. Sunset pointed to a chair, then moved over by Raspberry. Lean on me, Ras. We're gonna get you a seat. Why? You're not gonna leave me behind, are you? The girl asked worriedly. Sunset sighed. Ras, would I do that? Raspberry turned away, but Sunset was firm. Ras, look at me. Do you really think I would abandon you right now? I don't know. I thought you had to save your world. We do. But I'm going to need your help. See, the ancestor Sanaa, who was carrying something in her hands. You're going to need this. Sanaa bent down and started wrapping a series of metal tubes around Raspberry's legs. I hope I got this right, she said. This is purely experimental shit I've read about, and I'm not that good at bionics. Is anyone? Sunset asked. Yeah, the mad scientist at DARPA. I could build shit, but even some shit's above my pay grade. Know what I mean? She slid the straps around Raspberry's leg, checked the servos one more time, and muttered, Seriously, this works and we save the world? I'm going to make her fair with this shit. She then stepped away. Sunset walked away and held her arms out to Raspberry. Okay, now walk to me. Raspberry looked at Sunset. I can't. You can't, Sanaa said. You will. Raspberry flinched, and Sanaa put a comforting arm on Raspberry's shoulder. Don't worry, I'm the stupid one. I'm not as forceful as my sisters are. Arya rolled her eyes. Yes, the King Ghidorah Twins is the stupid one. Of course everyone's gonna believe that. Sanaa stuck her tongue out at Arya. They looked at Raspberry. Ignore her. Let's do it. God, is she gonna do that horrible imitation of that one actor again? Hopefully not, Adasia commented. I think it's kind of dorky too. Trust me. Sanaa told Raspberry she ignored her sisters. Sunny's your friend, you'll trust her too. Raspberry looked at Sunset, then back at Sonata, then down at her leg. A weird strategic contraption. She closed her eyes and took a breath, counted to 10, and stood. She walked over to Sunset with a light limp, but otherwise not feeling any pain. What magic is this? She asked, shocked. Not magic at all, Sunset told her. Welcome to a world where technology rules. Sunny just built you a leg brace, designed to let you walk and run. Raspberry turned to look at Sonata, as though she was a god. It will deliver extra power to make up for whenever your leg can't take it, and it's self-charging following energy recapture. There are better models that DARPA and other agencies make. This is just bare-bones science fair stuff. Woo! She found herself in a deep hug by Raspberry. Thank you, she sobbed to Sonata's shoulder. Adasia pulled Sunset aside. Hey, between you and me? No, Dachi, we're not going to leave her behind. and I don't know if I trust you around her right now. Dazio sighed. Look, you have my word, I'm not going to touch her again, okay? I'm doing what I can to keep us alive right now. When Sunset looked at her, the siren told her, you figure out a cancellation path around this free time spell, okay? It probably means the Fine Right has as well. Which could very mean well we're still in danger. We need you to get to our hideout before they find it. That works for me. What else? When we get to our hideout, when we go against the Vine, I strongly recommend you leave your friend behind. Looking at Dazio's eyes was serious. She's going through trauma right now. PTSD. She's not going to be of any use to us when we get into the field. Hell, this was the old days. Someone would have used mind magic on her. Mind magic? I thought you said you didn't have access to magic. It's not like that. Mind magic is a code name for a drug cocktail that our government came up with to get rid of siren washouts. Anyone under legal age, they use it to wipe their mind, give them a new identity since the drug also makes you successful. Drop them off in an orphanage in various parts of the world, mostly the US. If you're an adult, they do the exact same thing, except you're signed up for regular RCN for 4 years. Then sit completely on your way into a new life. Dazio paused. Of course I wouldn't do that. I know what that stuff does, and when I was there to use it on a side candidate. Anyway, your friend is going to go through a lot right now. I don't think she's going to be any help. Sunset nodded, not sure how to respond to that. Instead, she said, okay, get us to where we need to be. We need to start preparing for what happens next. On it. Elsewhere, I'm kind of glad these things are becoming mindless abominations with creepy voices. Gives me a chance to reuse their voices later on. Queen fed. It was glorious. All the old things they used to be. Part of their territory. His sister attacked, killing the old thing instantly. And now they fed. Me, however, was doing something curious. Pulling out the old thing's skin. Queen vaguely remembered something about the part where the legs met. In a few seconds, mate did would come naturally. Queen remembered why. Sister growled at me and swiped him. That was a good thing. One not to play their food like their waste vile energy. Queen lifted her tail, presenting herself before Mate. Mate responded, and a few minutes later, Sister did the same. Mate would have to expend that energy on them before sitting down to eat. After all, as big as the old things were, there were more than enough. Queen and Sister looked at each other. Males, they thought in unison. And still elsewhere, Divine slipped on his specially made outfit for the occasion, walking around the chamber, checking everything. The only distance he made since was a cage for his guests, who would be there to witness his triumph. He would command a demon, and he had armies. The reign of Emperor Divine Might would soon begin, and the earth would be his. Then after that, maybe the world of his father of fathers mentor, the Black Unicorn, came from. It had been long enough, and he was certain the Black Unicorn no longer lived. That world probably now suffered for lack of a real ruler. Perhaps he would find a fitting descendant of that creature, and make that individual a governor of that realm, in memory of the being that had led him to this moment. All of that would come in due time, though. For now came the hard work. He looked at the obelisk that was supposed to find a mark, and the blood that run down the channel and then pool underneath the bell. At the same time, the singer would sing her song and would cause the vibrations of the bell, which would make up the demon within, and then Divine would cast a second spell that would bind the demon to him and make it his. Oh sure, he expected some rebellion from the creature. He didn't control a thing as powerful as it without some problems, but he was sure that he would have everything under his control. After all, he froze time and stopped his enemies. His armies were building, and soon he would have command of a great demon, thus the armies of hell at his fingertips. I wonder how Differtia would sound as a name for his recursive Earth. It would make this town Divertopolis, the capital of Divertia, the first of the worlds of Divine Dynasty. It had a better ring to it than Camelot or Earth after all. Dude, you suck at names! He walked over to a small pedestal by the sacrifice. Let me get to the correct page. That blue divine goat, long twisted black horns, red eyes, and hose of flame. In just a few others, you will bow to me, Kuroka. Divine thought to himself with a grin, looking at the bell. Still elsewhere. Shimmer, how did you escape? Zephyr had his hands on his shoulders and was looking at her with panic. Where's your mother? What the hell happened to you? The look on his eyes was one of recognition, and that simple gesture poured ice water down her veins. Somehow, he knew Sunset Shimmer. The other Sunset Shimmer, the human one. This meant that she was in town. Or worse, she was with the enemy and her family. I'm not who you think I am, she told him. No, I know who you are, Sunset Shimmer, Princess of House Bonaparte, and I'm here to protect you and your mother. Sunset's jaw dropped. Princess? Other means of princess? I thought you were a princess too, Sonny, Sonata asked. You said your mother's one back in Equestria. What are you talking about? Zephyr asked Sonata. Look, Zephyr, I don't know what you're going about, but I recognize she's one of my girlfriend's students. Theodore told her. Look, I think there's going to be an explanation needed, Sunset told everyone. Then she turned to Arya. Can you check up on Raz? You've already heard it, so you're not going to miss anything. Yeah, no problem. She's still a little rattled, so she's probably sleeping it off. That bird of hers is something, though. Oh? Yeah. We looked bored, so we got one of the laptops that we weren't using and put a movie on. Only one we had is Top Gun, but he seems absolutely fascinated, Arya shrugged. Maybe because he's never seen aircraft before, I don't know. Anyway, I'll go check on her. Thanks. Sunset then caught the attention of others and said, Now, listen up, because what you're going to hear is true. You may not believe it, but if you don't, realize that time is stopped right now. The only thing keeping you in motion at the moment is me. She held out her hand, and an aqua ball of spellfire came into her hand. Now, hold on to your princess. This is going to take a while. It's going to take at least one 45-minute movie, and at least 3 other very long, multiple-hour chapter fics. There's going to be some slight difference in voices. There's going to be some slight tonal shifts, and you're all going to be shocked when suddenly the sirens come in the third book later on and completely change the whole entire premise of the story. Arya entered the room silently, watching the girl fretfully toss and turn in her sleep. Although that's nothing compared to the tone change between the movie versus the past 3 books. She knew what it was like, since her introduction to what could be considered a normal life. She had a few of those herself. She opted to leave the girl alone, and then went to the adjacent room where the TV was set up. Credits to Top Gun were playing, and to Arya's surprise, the bird flew over, hit the stop button on the laptop, and hit full reverse, then quickly hit start again. How he learned to do that was nothing sort of amazing. Sonny was right, the bird was nothing but normal. She plopped down in the seat next to him. Liking the film, little guy? Response. The canary pressed atop a rifle tripod they brought in for him to use. He looked at her before chirping Sonny. Anyway, I guess your mistress needs to sleep a little bit more. But if she wakes up, you come get me, Sonny or Sonny, okay? To her surprise, the bird pulled off a perfect salute with his wing. Larry couldn't help but salute him back. It wasn't until she walked out of the room that she realized, bird wings don't bend like that, do they? She walked into the living room, with everyone staring at Sunset in shock except for Adagio, who had a bored look on her face. And Sonata was busy prepping her gear. How did you know about some of the stuff you weren't there for? Oh, I listened to Martial Art for Users channel. He's been really good at doing this update thing and doing it in multiple parts. You're right, you should have just played that for us. We don't have the time to listen to those multi-part chapters. Besides, it only really gets good once he gets his Yeti Nano. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Did you know about this? Vesper asked Adagio. Delta Trump nodded. She told us everything. She was the reason we went south. And it turned out they were trying to capture her. As to why, we don't know. She looked at Zephyr, but I bet you do. I was assigned to protect the French VIP, princess of the former French imperial family and her daughter. This all became the more urgent after my partner was murdered in the shit show you got going on here in Canterlot. Not the Sunset. The daughter who's just like you is also named Sunset. She's Following my counterpart in this world. Sunset admitted with some reluctance. I'm not human, though I look like it right now. I'm actually a unicorn from a parallel dimension. So is my friend that I brought in. She's going to go through something like what I went through when I first came to this world 4 years ago. Yeah, seriously? I mean, yeah, you've got magic, Evergreen said out loud. But a unicorn? Greedy, she's telling you the truth. We saw it for ourselves. Arya replied before walking over to Sunset and leaning against her. And even if we didn't, she's our friend. We take her at face value. Dazio took her side completely. Sanada hugged them all. Absolutely. Okay. But can't she just, I don't know, change back into a unicorn or something? Sunset crossed her arms. Look, I'm expending a lot of magic I can't afford to right now. There's lots of physics running in this room. I used most of it getting her and trying to keep things under control, and that was after I saved Adazio from nearly dying. The room suddenly went so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Aramizio gave a sickly sweet smile and looked at everyone who wasn't a siren. Okay, make yourself scarce. We got some keyhole. Go outside and smoke or something. I've limited the spell to the perimeter of the house, Sunset explained. Then you two... She turned to the men. Go watch Top Gun with that strange bird of theirs. And you, she said to Sunset, go check out your friend. From what I gather, she's been through a lot. And this other world you're talking about is going through a war of its own, as he said. She might have PTSD. Sunset nodded. Good idea. She went into the other room before the screaming started. Sunset? She turned to the man named Sable approaching her. Tia's talked a lot about you. She's pretty proud of you. Says one of your top students. No, I'm not, Sunset admitted. But I'm getting there. Did she, cover for you? She did after she found out. It's the only reason I'm not at the blanks, or worse, even though I deserve to end up there from after everything. Well, from what I gathered, you really turned your life around. He thought for a second, then added, sorry, that probably sounded insensitive. Not offended, don't worry. Besides, it's true in more ways than one. You know, I know this is in August, but I gotta ask myself, why is this thing still called 7 Days in Sunny June? We haven't been in June since book 3! Well, I'm gonna let you check on your friend. But just wanted to know that in case you see her. See her? Sable nodded. Tina and Luna were captured by these guys as well. What am I gathering? If you look like this other Sunset, then either Tia or Lou may look like the other Sunset's mother. A cold breeze seemed to surround Sunset at that moment. Practically everyone involved in her life was being hunted for reasons she had yet to understand. And if this was all just coincidence, it was the worst insurrectionality in the history of ever, as Pinky would have said. And now she was getting to throw 3 more friends into the fire to save everyone else. Possibly even the world, where her secret was now exposed to the people who knew her in your first counterpart. She silently wandered away from Sable and towards the room where her fellow unicorns slept. That was something else she had to consider as well. What if the key to Equestria never opened? Or worse, it did only to find their home a wasteland. What if Raspberry had nothing to return to? What if? She thought about the white alicorn who had been so central to her life. Her mother. How could she reconcile her mother with the other female who was going to be her mother as well? Forget Heather has 2 mommies. Sunset had to reconcile that before it got reconciled for her. That time was likely becoming a lot sooner than she ever wanted. Was she on the verge of losing everything she loved? Are you okay? She looked up to see Raspberry, lying on the bed, looking up at her. Sunny? Sunset looked down at her friend. Yeah. I just realized I'm going to lose my life here if I save this world. And I am going to save this world, but there's too much in it that I love and I wouldn't want to see hurt. She sighed. But after this, I'm going to lose my family, the ones I love. I had to start life over again. Raspberry said, what about your mother, my parents? I don't know. We have to save this world, or we won't be able to go back. And I know from what you said, there's a war going on over there, too. There's no guarantee that world will survive. I'm sure my mother will do something, but... A bleak look came over Sunset's face. I'm going to lose the ones I love. Even if I save them, I'm still going to lose them. I'm sorry, Raspberry said. At the end of the day, I still have Healy, but she looked at herself. I'm this human thing now. Human mare. Girl, Sensei corrected. We're not adults yet, so we're girls. Once we hit adulthood, then we'll be women. Woman, singular. A curious look came over Raspberry's face. But I thought that girl was colloquialism for a female friend in English. She shook her head. This is gonna be confusing. Yeah. It's not the differences that'll throw you off, it's similarities. Said so with a grin. You lost your magic? Raspberry nodded. I've been working with the princess's hooves all this time. So, you knew about them, huh? When Raspberry nodded, Sunset smiled. They were my bodyguards while I was a young filly, though I think I frustrated them a lot since I was a brat. How's Inferno doing? Who? Aparicio Inferno. She was the Castilia of the hooves and like a big sister to me. Or else she tried to be. Sonny, the current Castilian is Marimba Rondo. Sunset looked shocked. But Mari was just a junior hoof when I was... Sunset sighed. I should have taken the time to talk to some of them when I was in the castle. To let them know I was okay. Raspberry smiled. They know. In fact, he fought violently to try to get me to the portal so I could come to get you. Celestia's speech was quite moving during the War Commission. Once the host knew you were alive, he made a priority to get me to you. Raspberry looked at the ground. Some died to that end, and they may take me dead now. I certainly feel it. I can't feel anything anymore. It's like... She sighed. I don't know how to explain it. I do. You feel more than just empty. You feel like a fake. I was that way when the first few moments I was here on Earth. Before I learned how to mine the ambient magic from the lunar cycle. It took me a long time to learn how to do that. And when I felt drained, that feeling came back. Now I have my magic back in full. I still remember those times. I don't envy you at all. She grinned. If you're stuck here, maybe I'll teach you how to do that. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn how to use white magic. Yes, but if I'm stuck here, where will I stay? I'll talk to Mom. You can stay with us, and... A smile fell from Sunset's face. Raspberry immediately wished she could take away what she was just said, as reminding Sunset of her situation made things worse. I still have to save this world, no matter what. Even if it costs you everything? Sunset nodded. My family may not care about me if they find out they may even hate me. My sister already does, and she doesn't know the full truth. And that doesn't mean I don't love her, or the rest of my family, or my friends. The innocents of this world don't deserve to die, or be under the jackboot of a man like this divine right guy. Last, I am the Archmages of Equestria and Child of the Sun. It's my duty to make things right, no matter what. What about me? I want you to stay here. Healy could guard you if need be. But the girls and I and the others, we had to face off against this evil. Too many people have been killed already. Too many are still in danger. I can't stand by, Ras. I can't. The pair were silent for a longest time. Then Raspberry spoke. I want to help. Sunset sighed, realizing her desperate optimism regarding her friend's magic earlier will make her a hypocrite now. Ras, you can't. You're just a normal girl now, and I can't risk that. I'm not just a normal girl, okay? I'm an Archmagus too, Raspberry retorted. You even said you needed my help back at the museum. An Archmage without her powers, no different from anyone who hasn't trained at all. That's not true, you know it. I can still see what to look out for. You need all the help you can get. Zeta pointed at the door. Just outside these doors are normal mares and stallions. I mean, women and... Wait, what are adult males called? Men. Right. Anyway, there are normal male and women out there, magicless, who are going to fight beside you. Yes, men and women who are trained better than most guards, Sensei explained. Think of the Cyrus as the equivalent of hosts, and the guys, well, I don't know their skills, but I'm being surprised that they know their way around a gun. Sunset shook her head. I can't let you do this, Ras. Believe me, if you had your magic, I wouldn't hesitate. But you'd just be throwing your life away right now. She sighed. As it is, I can't afford to use much more magic to protect you. I'm nearly drained to begin with. I'm going to have to tap the lunar cycle one more time. Raspberry pled with sent. I'm not letting you go out there alone. If our world's gone, you're the only other one of our kind left, Sonny. No. What it means is that if our world's gone, we're two of 7 billion people in this world. because we will never be poised again. But that wasn't the detail Raspberry focused on. 7 billion with a B? Focus, Raz. That's not important. If you're going to be of help, we need to think of how. You can't just run out there with a gun and expect to make it all better. She got up from her chair and called out towards the other girls. Hey girls, you done arguing yet? Adasia popped back. Yeah. Safe to say, from a parental standpoint, we're grounded until the next century. But at least military-wise, we're too valuable right now to get into real trouble. What's that? This is going to sound crazy, but do you know of any way for human to use magic? Sensei asked. What? Behind Adasia, Arya looked at her friends and had gone mad. Sonny, we just found out earlier today. Magic is real, and now you want to turn us into witches? Can I be banned now? Sanaa asked, popping up behind Arya. I want fire guts on my feet, wear clothing me out here, and have expensive plastic glasses. Why me? That's your face palm. Dear sister of mine, BNL is a video game, and you are an idiot, Arya told her younger sister. But, Sanaa began to pout. Sonny, don't do that. You know you're not allowed to use that level of pouting. So Arya said. But Ari! Sanaa went over to Dachi and started tugging her arm. Dachi, Ari's picking on me. No, sister, be serious, okay? For Sonny's sake. Somehow immediately dropped the act. Okay. She replied calmly. Saying so fast, Raspberry looked at Sunset as though the girl with powder blue hair was a changeling. Seriously, is there anything in human culture that could give someone the ability to use magic spells? Sunset asked. Sonny, that's a problem. It's not that there's anything. There's a lot of things, Adasia told her. I could probably sit here for the rest of my life and tell you all the magical things that have been media since the dawn of time. I take it that's for her, she said, pointing to Raspberry. She has a name, Raspberry growled in sing-song tone. I didn't get your name, Adasia said back, same inflection. After proper introductions, Sunset looked at the former unicorn, then at the teenage Millennium woman, then back. Okay, now you know each other and are on the same side so you don't kill each other or make snarky comments. Now we're done with introductions, and we'll put your goddamn heads together so we can figure out something, okay? I got it! Phoenix Dream! Sanaa said a second later. Phoenix what? Sanaa and Sunset and Raspberry asked at the same time. Oh, that's right, Arya chimed in. Sonny, you read the Spellbound series, right? Yeah, Amelia's my favorite character, followed by Sharon Rose, Amelia's rival. He's as dangerous as they come. How far have you read? I was about halfway through Spelljackers. Got to the scene where Sharon faces off against his evil half-brother. Well, the climax of that scene, So that began. It was a cute enough familiarly by Adagio covered her mouth. You bothered by spoilers, Sonny? The carrot top girl asked. Huh? No, seriously. Are you bothered by spoilers? Because this is an important scene in the book. I don't want the story spoiled for you. Especially if you like the series. Dazi? Fate of the world? A little more important. Simple question, really. Yeah, she's just looking out for you, Sonny, Arya added. Sunset sighed. Yes, I am. Right now, the fate of the world's at stake. I have no one myself to blame, but at least there will be a world where I can bitch that the story was ruined for me. Alright, just remember, we could have given you the Twitter version. Dajia warned as she removed her hand from Sanada's mouth. Sanada continued as she hadn't been stopped. Fact is that Saren was seriously injured, while his brother Ruska was going for the kill, while Amelia is trying to save the last known Phoenix before Ruska kills it. So he finally gets into the Arbiters. He has to go back and save Sharon. Unfortunately, at this point, Ruska has suggested too many librarian mushrooms, so he's practically a magical monster and Sharon can't stop him. No one can. But then the Phoenix, realizing that he needs to go in and save Sharon and stop Ruska, flies over to a nearby stonebirch tree, tears off her branch, cuts itself with a sharp jagged edge, bleeding on it. Phoenix whips out some of his own feathers and uses magic to fuse it to the end of the branch. Then, with his last breath, it dies, giving Amelia the wand. The moment she touches it, her power increases immediately. Sanada's eyes grew wide as he added, as he charges in what he calls the Phoenix Dream, beats Ruska single-handedly, saves Sharon. It's in that Sharon immediately looked at each other's eyes and said, No! Sunset immediately covered her ears. I can't hear you, can't hear you! Adagio shrugged. I warned her. Did I not warn her? The eldest triplet stated. Arya gave her older sister a pat on the shoulder. You did your best, sis. I'm proud of you. Meanwhile, Raspberry caught that immediately. You kidding? No! I'll kill him! Don't Phoenix just set themselves on fire and rejuvenated? Sana asked. Yes. When they're adults, healing's only 5 years old. Phoenixes don't usually do that until their first century. Plus, I hate to tell you this, but Stoneburst trees don't exist, says it Ed. Though I'm shocked that Amelia and Sharon, seriously? Ashley's much better for her. Ash loves Amelia. How could she betray him like that? Arya shrugged. Well, in the next book, you find out that finish that sentence and I'll turn you into a toad. No! Arya ducked behind her sister. Save me, please! I'm so mad at you for calling me an idiot, Sanaa huffed. Raspberry got back to her feet. I will not let you hurt Healy, and that is final. The three jokes stopped immediately. Looks like she does have something worth fighting for, Dazio said, looking at the girl with a calculated grin. A similar one was on Arya's. Yep, loving pet will always do it. Sana went over and patted Sunset on the shoulder. It's what we do, sorry. Besides, I made up that part about Sarah and Amelia. You three are creepy sometimes, you know that? Sunset told him. Yeah, we're working on it. Dazio said, wistful look covering her face. So you guys spoiled the most important part of Spelljackers just to try to see if she's got a spine? Dazio smiled, sighed. Yeah. That's what happened to Fate of the World. A little more important, Dazzy? That's not the point! No, you could have just asked me about the time I stopped a werewolf in Face of Equestria, Raspberry drawled. That wasn't easy. My leg injury is free from that. Oh, that was the time I faced out a horrific spell that was the manifestation of my homicidal biological father. And let's not forget the time I had a ruthless unicorn coming after my plot once he thought I hurt her sister. Well, technically you were responsible for what happened to Twilight, Raz, Sunset replied. And you forgot the part where we looked similar, so I thought you were some evil doppelganger. Yeah, I forgot about that. As for Twilight, I promise if we get out of this, I'll apologize to her personally, okay? Raspberry did turn to Dagio. You're really pushing my buttons right now. I don't like that. Back off. Arya warned. You're not gonna get sick of worrying. That was enough, so now Sam went for the sidearm. Enough! The word was said softly. The Sunset put enough power behind that word to practically snap the attention of the other girls. Blame your girl in tone. She looked at Raspberry first. When I said these girls are a match for the hosts, I meant it. Maybe not a complete match, but they are what we call special operators. The most elite kind of warriors on the planet. They have been trained since childhood and are lethal. She then turned to Adagio. Dazi, stop it with the mind games. Raz holds the same rank as me in Equestria, and she's gonna go through a lot. Not the least of which is changing species. I believe when push comes to shove, she will be there, and I want her to have a gun. Sunny, I'm not sure that's a good idea, Adachi began. You have until Ari, Sunny, and I get back to her to get her trained on how to use one. Sunset said in a tone that implied royal authority. She looked at the other two sisters. Let's go tell them where we're going. Now I'm taking you two as backup. Now Sanada's trying to parry her sister's word. Sunny, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Raspberry recalled the rifles the girls had carried earlier said, You're right. I have no idea what those magical rod things are carrying. Magic wands, Adartio corrected. What you're talking about is different from our rifles and are called magic wands. Our rods, our steeds, our staffs, our Sanaya, only to be interrupted by Arya. Where are you, a dictionary? I'm serious about this, Sunset told him. We'll be right back. I'll go explain it to the others. They might slip out of time for a moment or two, because I haven't given them shielding. But you know how that is. You're giving me any shielding, Raspberry commented. Just tie a line between you two, Sunset told her. I'll still need time to strip the remaining ambient magic off the moon. Wait, I thought you said with this spell, Adachi began. Yes, even magic's bound to the natural laws of the universe. But doesn't mean that the magic is unrecoverable. This comes a case of more mining than fishing. Wow, you impressed me. Raspberry huffed. Clearly impressing you is the easiest thing I'll do all day.